Have you ever felt lost in the midst of life's storms, wondering if there's a way out? Or perhaps you've experienced moments so perfectly timed they couldn't just be coincidences, but rather signs of a divine hand at work. Welcome, dear friends, to a journey of discovery and reassurance. Today, we're exploring 8 clear signs that God is making a way for you. Whether you're standing at a crossroads, facing the unknown, or simply seeking a whisper of guidance, this video is for you. In the tapestry of life, it's easy to miss the subtle threads God weaves in our path, guiding, protecting, and reassuring us of His presence. But once we learn to recognize these signs, we see His handiwork everywhere, transforming our challenges into opportunities for growth and blessings. As we journey through these signs together, I invite you to reflect on your own life. Have you seen these signs? How has God made a way for you? Share your stories in the comments below. Your experiences could be the beacon of hope someone needs today. Whether you're here seeking comfort, answers, or simply curious, know that you're in the right place. Let's embark on this enlightening journey together with open hearts and minds, ready to witness the undeniable evidence of God's guidance in our lives. Are you ready? Let's dive into the first sign that God is indeed making a way for you. Imagine you're facing a storm in your life, the kind that shakes the very foundation of your world. Yet, amidst the chaos, a sense of peace envelops you. A peace that doesn't just defy logic, it transcends it. This is our first sign, unexplained peace in difficult times. Let me share with you the story of Emma. Emma faced what seemed like an insurmountable challenge. A sudden job loss threatened to unravel the security she had built for her family. Nights of worry should have been inevitable. Yet, Emma found herself wrapped in a blanket of peace. Each night, instead of succumbing to fear, she felt an inexplicable calm, assuring her that everything would be okay. This peace that Emma experienced is echoed in the Bible, in Philippians 4:7, which says, "And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." It's a peace that doesn't make sense to the world, because it comes from having faith in God's sovereignty, even when our current view doesn't reveal His plan. Now, you might wonder, how does one find this peace? It begins with trust. Trusting that God sees the big picture of our lives, even when we only see a fragment. Trusting that He is working things out for our good, even when the evidence seems hidden. And so, if you find yourself inexplicably calm in the face of trials, consider it a divine reassurance. God is whispering to you, "I am with you. I am for you. Trust me." Think back on your own life. Have there been moments when peace found you in the storm? Moments when you felt an inner calm despite the chaos around you? These are not mere coincidences. They are signs of God's loving presence, His way of making a path through the wilderness of our worries. I invite you to share your experiences in the comments. How have you felt this unexplained peace in difficult times? Your story could be the very thing someone needs to hear today. As we move forward, remember Emma's story and the countless others who have found peace in the midst of their storms. Let it be a reminder that no matter what we face, God is actively paving the way for us, often starting with the peace that gently whispers to our hearts. Embracing this peace is just the beginning. Join me as we explore the next sign that God is making a way for you. Our lives are like intricate tapestries, woven with threads of decisions, events, and encounters. Sometimes, a thread appears that we didn't anticipate, one that changes the pattern of our tapestry in a beautiful, unforeseen way. This is the essence of our second sign, unexpected opportunities. Consider the story of Michael, a young man with dreams bigger than his reality. Michael's passion was to help others, but he struggled to find a way to turn this passion into a career. Then, one day, out of the blue, he received an email. It was an offer for a position at a nonprofit organization, one he had admired for years, but never imagined he could work for. This opportunity not only aligned perfectly with his dreams, but also came at a time when he was close to giving up hope. Such moments remind us of the biblical story of Esther, a young Jewish girl who became queen of Persia, a role she never sought, but one that positioned her to save her people. Esther's rise to queen was no accident. It was an unexpected opportunity orchestrated by God for a greater purpose. Now, you might wonder, how do we recognize these opportunities? They often come disguised as small, almost inconsequential events, or they might challenge our current direction, inviting us to trust in a bigger plan. When these moments arise, it's crucial to stay attuned to the whispers of God's guidance. To ask, is this opportunity leading me towards my purpose? Does it align with my values and God's promises? Think about your own life for a moment. Have there been times when an unexpected opportunity knocked on your door? Perhaps it was a job offer, a chance to study further, or even a new relationship that blossomed against all odds. Reflect on these moments and share them in the comments. Your story could be a beacon of hope for someone waiting for their unexpected opportunity, reminding them that God's timing is always perfect, even when it surprises us. So, as we journey through life's tapestry, let's remain open to the unexpected opportunities that weave their way into our story. They are clear signs of God's presence, His way of guiding us to our purpose, often in ways we could never have anticipated. Our exploration continues. Join me as we uncover more signs that God is indeed making a way for us, even in the most surprising of places. Imagine standing before a massive wall, so tall and wide it blocks your entire view. This wall represents the obstacles in our lives, challenges that seem too daunting to overcome. Yet, what happens when, suddenly, this wall begins to crumble or a door in it swings open? This miraculous occurrence is our third sign, obstacles being removed. Let's delve into the story of Sarah and Tom, a couple who dreamed of adopting a child. Their journey was fraught with challenges, legal hurdles, financial struggles, and heartbreaking waits. Just when they were about to lose hope, a series of events unfolded that seemed nothing short of miraculous. A benevolent lawyer offered to help them pro bono. A surprise donation covered the adoption fees, and a child in desperate need of a home came into their lives. The walls that once seemed impenetrable were now gone, cleared by hands unseen. This narrative mirrors the biblical account of the Israelites at the Red Sea in Exodus 14. Trapped between the sea and Pharaoh's army, the Israelites faced an insurmountable obstacle. Yet, at God's command, Moses stretched out his hand, and the sea parted, creating a way where there seemed to be none. Such moments in our lives, when obstacles are removed, serve as powerful reminders of God's presence and power. They teach us that no barrier is too big for God, and when the time is right, He will make a way for us. Recognizing these moments requires faith and patience. It's about trusting that God is working behind the scenes, even when we can't see the immediate results. It's about believing in the power of prayer and the strength of our faith to move mountains. Now, Take a moment to reflect on your life. Can you recall a time when an obstacle was removed in an unexpected, perhaps even miraculous way? How did it feel to see the path clear before you? Share your stories in the comments. Your experiences of overcoming obstacles with divine intervention can inspire and uplift others, reinforcing our collective faith in God's ability to clear the way forward for us. As we move forward in our journey, let's carry with us the reassurance that no obstacle is too great, no barrier too high. With faith, we understand that God is always at work, removing obstacles from our path and guiding us towards His divine plan. Our exploration of God's signs in our lives continues. Stay with me as we discover more ways God shows us He's making a way for us, even when the path seems blocked. Have you ever noticed a theme, a word, or a phrase appearing repeatedly in your life, across different scenarios and from various sources? It could be through a conversation, a book, a song, or even a billboard. This repetition is not mere happenstance. It's our fourth sign, recurring messages. Meet Lucas, a man at a crossroads, uncertain which path to choose for his future. During this period of indecision, Lucas kept encountering the phrase, "take the leap of faith," in a book he was reading, a sermon he stumbled upon online, and a conversation with a friend. This recurring message became clear. It was time for Lucas to step out in faith beyond his comfort zone. This phenomenon mirrors how God communicated with Gideon in the Bible. Through repeated signs, God assured Gideon of His presence and support, leading Gideon to trust and follow God's guidance, despite his initial doubts. Recurring messages serve as gentle yet firm reminders that God is with us, guiding our steps. They are invitations to trust deeper, to listen more intently, and to embrace the journey God has laid out for us. Recognizing these messages requires a heart and mind attuned to God's voice. It involves being open to the ways God speaks to us, often in the quiet moments of our lives or through the most unexpected channels. Reflect for a moment. Have you experienced recurring messages in your life? Perhaps a scripture that keeps appearing, or advice that echoes from different sources. How did it impact your decisions or your faith journey? We'd love to hear your stories in the comments. Sharing how recurring messages have guided you can offer encouragement and affirmation to others, reminding us all of the personal and profound ways God communicates with His children. As we continue to navigate life's complexities, let's stay alert to the recurring messages God sends our way. They are not only signs of His presence, but also beacons guiding us toward our divine purpose and calling. Our journey through the signs of God's guidance is far from over. Stay with me as we uncover more ways God makes His will known, ensuring we're never truly walking alone. Think about the relationships in your life, the ones that have shaped you, nurtured you, or challenged you to grow. Among these, there are those that stand out as nothing short of divinely appointed. This is our fifth sign, divine connections and relationships. Consider the story of Ava, who was navigating a difficult season of life, filled with uncertainty and searching for direction. At a crucial moment, she met Jordan, a mentor who appeared seemingly out of nowhere. Jordan offered not only the guidance Ava needed, but also the encouragement to pursue a path Ava had long considered but never dared to embark upon. This connection, which Ava later recognized as a divine intervention, was pivotal in her journey. This echoes the biblical story of Ruth and Naomi, a beautiful example of a divine relationship. Ruth, through her loyalty and love for Naomi, found herself in a new land, which led her to Boaz. This connection not only changed Ruth's life, but also had a profound impact on the lineage leading to King David and ultimately Jesus. Divine connections come into our lives to fulfill a specific purpose, sometimes to lift us during our lowest points, other times to push us towards our destiny. They are reminders that God works through people to manifest His love and guidance. Identifying these connections often requires hindsight. It's in looking back that we see the hand of God orchestrating these relationships at just the right time, for the right reasons. Now, I invite you to reflect. Who are the people in your life that arrived at a moment of need or transition? How have these divine connections influenced your journey? Share your stories of divine connections and relationships in the comments. Your experiences can illuminate the ways God moves through our relationships, offering hope and confirmation of His active presence in our lives. As we move forward, let us cherish and be open to the divine connections that God places in our path. These relationships are not only gifts, but also signs of His loving guidance, designed to lead us closer to our purpose and to each other. Our exploration of God's signs in our lives continues to unfold. Stay with me as we delve into more ways God shows His guidance, weaving His will through the fabric of our relationships and beyond. There comes a time in many of our lives when a whisper in our hearts turns into a roar, a compelling force that draws us towards our destiny. This isn't just any desire. It's a profound sense of being called to something greater than ourselves. This is our sixth sign, a strong pull towards a purpose or calling. Imagine Ellie, a talented artist who spent years in a conventional job, feeling content yet not fulfilled. Over time, Ellie felt a growing restlessness, a pull towards using her art to make a difference. Despite fears and uncertainties, she couldn't ignore this pull. It led her to start a project that brought art therapy to children in need, combining her passion and purpose in a way she never thought possible. This pull towards a purpose mirrors the calling of Moses in the Bible. Moses, initially reluctant, felt a strong pull to lead the Israelites out of Egypt. Despite his doubts and hesitations, Moses followed this divine calling, playing a pivotal role in the history of God's people. Feeling this pull toward a purpose or calling is often accompanied by a mix of excitement and fear. It challenges us to step out of our comfort zones, to trust in God's plan more than our own understanding. Recognizing and responding to this pull involves prayer, reflection, and sometimes a leap of faith. It's about listening to that inner voice guiding us, confirming that our desires align with God's will for our lives. Consider your own life for a moment. Have you felt a strong pull toward a specific purpose or calling? How did you respond to it? What fears or obstacles did you face, and how were they overcome? Your journey of embracing your calling can inspire others. Share your story in the comments. Let's encourage one another to listen for and pursue the callings God places in our hearts. As we navigate the waters of life, let's be attentive to the strong pulls towards our purpose or calling. These are not random urges, but divine signals guiding us towards our part in God's grand design. Our exploration does not end here. Join me as we uncover more signs that affirm God's guidance and presence in our lives, leading us towards our ultimate calling. Throughout our walk with God, one of the most compelling signs of His presence and guidance in our lives is our own growth in faith and character. It's the kind of growth that occurs not despite our challenges, but because of them. This is our final sign: growth in faith and character. Let's consider the journey of Maya. Maya faced a series of setbacks that tested her faith to its core. Each challenge seemed to push her further into despair. Yet, as she leaned into her faith, seeking strength and guidance in prayer and scripture, something remarkable happened. With each trial, Maya found herself becoming more resilient. Her faith deepened, and her capacity for compassion and empathy grew exponentially. Through her trials, Maya was being shaped into a beacon of hope and strength for others, embodying the very essence of God's transformative love. This process mirrors the biblical promise found in James 1:2-4, which encourages us to consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. It's a reminder that growth in faith and character is often forged in the fires of adversity. Growth in faith and character doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey marked by moments of triumph and periods of struggle. But through it all, if we remain committed to walking with God, we find ourselves evolving, becoming more like the image of Christ in our thoughts, actions, and interactions with others. Now, I invite you to reflect on your own journey. How have you seen your faith and character grow over time? How have your trials and challenges contributed to this growth? Share your stories of growth in the comments. Your testimony can inspire and encourage others, reminding us that every challenge we face is an opportunity for growth, guided by God's hand. As we conclude our exploration of the signs that God is making a way for us, let's hold on to the understanding that our journey of faith is filled with purpose. Each sign, each moment of guidance, and every instance of growth draws us closer to the heart of God, molding us into the individuals He has called us to be. As we conclude our time together today, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude for walking this path with me. Our exploration of the 8 clear signs that God is making a way for us is more than just a journey through words and stories. It's an invitation to see our lives through the lens of faith and divine guidance. Remember, recognizing these signs in our lives requires not just our sight, but our faith, our hope, and our trust in God's eternal wisdom. As we go forth, let's carry these signs in our hearts, using them as beacons to guide our steps, especially in moments of doubt or uncertainty. And so, dear friends, I encourage you to keep your hearts open to the signs God is placing in your path. Share your stories, uplift one another, and continue to seek His presence in every moment of your lives. If this journey has touched your heart, if you found resonance or inspiration in our time together, I invite you to share this video with others who might be seeking the same guidance and assurance. Don't forget to subscribe and comment below with your thoughts, your stories, or simply to say hello. Your engagement creates a community of faith that supports and uplifts each other. Until we meet again, may you walk in faith, bask in the peace of God's presence, and continue to grow in His grace. God bless you, and thank you for being a part of this journey. Farewell for now.